very special video for you guys, and I am joined by the one, the only ASMR Ryan.
Yes, it is amazing to be back here on my brother's channel, so thank you, Lazuras ASMR, for bringing me on, and I'm excited to be collabing with my brother again.
Yes, earlier we brought you our top 10 Disneyland attractions, and today we are bringing you our top 10 Disney California Adventure attractions. So, without further ado, let's get to it.
Fantastic. So, what would you like to start with, Chris?
We are going to start with our number 10 attraction for California Adventure, so you can go ahead and begin.
Fantastic. I'm excited. So, number 10 on my list is the Pixar Pal Round, which used to be Mickey's Fun Wheel or something, I think was the old name, but essentially it's the big Ferris wheel they have in the middle of Paradise Pier or Pixar Pier, whichever one you want to call it. I'm still used to calling it Paradise Pier, but it's a super fun Ferris wheel that you can like choose either a stable like non-moving seat, or you can choose the swinging ones. And obviously me and my brother, we love going on the swinging ones, and we like do backflips on it basically. But that's my number 10, mainly because it is fun, it's cool, but I don't think I ever really go out of my way and say, hey guys, we need to ride this ride, you know. So number 10, Pixar Pal Around.
Awesome. Well, I enjoy that ride, but I'm also not a fan of heights, so Ferris wheels, I don't know, I'm not that fond of them, but anyways, that's a good choice. My number 10 is going to be Goofy's Sky School. To me, that ride is just so much fun. It's very fast. I don't think you expect it to be that kind of rough and crazy. I have a really good memory of taking my mom on that ride for the first time, and she thought it was going to be like a little baby ride, but again, it goes pretty fast, and the corners are pretty sharp when you turn on that ride, and it's overall just a lot of fun.
It's terrifying.
I really like going on it at night, since you get a good view of that whole area.
All the lights and everything.
Yeah, so
but what you just said, that ride, I swear to you guys, it has the sharpest turns. And ever since I was a kid to now, I swear to you, there's a 90% chance I always feel like we're gonna flip and fall out.
yeah, you feel like you're just gonna fall off of the ride since the turns are so sharp.
I'm always telling Chris, like, lean on that side, like we're gonna flip if we lean over here. But it's fun.
Yeah, it's a really fun ride. So again, my number 10 is Goofy's Sky School.
Bada bing. Moving on down to number 9. Now this is going to shock some people because it's brand new and has a huge line wait all the time. Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout. And I know before you get angry in the comments, I do not like this ride as much as I felt like I should have. The line, in my opinion, the queue, is more fun than the ride Hercules all the time.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
we'll do a top 10 list of our favorite Disney movies.
Yes,
Stay tuned for
yes,
those.
that'll come for sure.
But you know, speaking of throwback, I got my sick throwback Disneyland jacket. It says Disney on the back. Chris has a sick ass Avengers baseball jersey with his Pizza Planet hat. So you guys know we gotta rep Disney when we're doing our Disney videos.
But yeah, overall, I think that's a ride that everyone can enjoy, no matter how old you are. You know, it's really fun. So again, my number 9 is the Monsters Inc. ride.
Fantastic. Moving on down to number 8, I have The Little Mermaid. Now, that's one of the more relaxing rides for me. The Little Mermaid is not super thrilling and stuff, but I just love it. Dark rides are kind of my favorite kind of Disney rides, and California Adventure rides, they're all kind of the same to me. But just the amount of like funness to it, I guess, it just makes me happy when we go to the under the sea part and everything. But not much to say about it. The Little Mermaid, in my eyes, is just a really fun ride. So, Little Mermaid number 8.
And guess what? My number 8 is Little Mermaid as well. So, just like Ryan said,
we haven't seen each other's lists.
Yeah, no, I haven't. I don't know what else his list has, but yeah, my number 8 is Little Mermaids as well. Another fun ride, no matter how old you are. The under the sea part of it is awesome. I love seeing Ursula. I feel like Ursula's animatronic.
It's insane.
It's probably one of the craziest animatronics because of how big it is, and just like, I mean, dude, she looks super intimidating, and
awesome.
It's a crazy animatronic, but overall it's a really cute ride. I love the kiss the girl part of the ride. I mean, everything is like super sweet and just nice. Man, I am missing Disney so much right now.
Dude, the fact that it's close. Can you guys please wear a mask? Please be safe. We need all this to end.
Yeah, seriously.
But yeah, no, I think Chris just made such a good point with the whole kiss the girl part. That ride puts you through almost every emotion. You start with like happiness and everything, then you go down to like sadness and fear with the crazy dudes. You're singing and stuff with more happiness, and then at the end it's like romance and love. Like,
it's a happy ending.
It's perfect.
Yeah. So that is my number 8, the Little Mermaid ride.
My number 7, we just talked about, is Monsters Inc. Mike and Sully to the rescue. My favorite like Pixar or Disney movie of all time is a very close, like, first and second with Toy Story and Monsters Inc. Monsters Inc. is like slowly starting to become my favorite movie of all time when it comes to Disney. So that ride, I just love it. It's super creative. It's funny. It's cool. The interaction you have with wow, my favorite movie, but I forgot her name. What's the girl that you forgot your paperwork, Wazowski? I was gonna say Mrs. Puff.
Jesus.
I don't know her name, but I'm sure you guys know. Like,
wow, I don't even know.
Hello, Wazowski. Like the girl, the sloth girl, basically.
This girl right
The slime, the slug. This, yeah, we're gonna be putting up pictures of this lady. What's her name? I was gonna say Ursula. Okay.
You know what? Either way.
No, don't. No. We're gonna look dumb. I want the comments to say it.
I wanted to look it up right now.
Okay, do it then. Do it.
Sure. Okay.
I'm gonna guess, and I need you to guess too. This girl's name is not Deborah.
Deborah, no. Okay, let's
Marge. Madge or Marge.
with an M.
What is it?
It's Roz.
Roz. Oh my god. Okay, well, Roz has an interactive portion at the end of the ride, and it's so funny to me. It's so much fun. So I would say, it has almost everything. You can ride that ride at 30 years old or 12 years old. You have a fantastic
I don't think I've ever gone during the daytime, but at night it's just so beautiful. It's so much fun, you know, the coldness in the air with the wind hitting your face. I mean, it just brings back a lot of memories, you know, just kind of thinking of those moments and being there at night. So, again, a lot of fun. I highly recommend that ride for everyone, even if you're scared of heights like I am sometimes. That ride is just so much fun.
Yeah, yeah, you basically said it. Moving on to number 6, I would say that my number 6 is Toy Story Midway Mania.
Okay.
Now, this ride is kind of like Guardians to a lot of people. It tore them in between because it's an interactive ride where you're basically playing little mini games, shooting plates and shooting balloons. Like it's a score game, you know. You're basically competing with the person that you're going on the ride with to see who can.
It's like Astro Blasters.
Perfect, exactly. Yeah. It's like Astro Blasters, and I don't know. I feel like again, and maybe this is me just being dumb, but like when I pictured a Toy Story ride or a Toy Story land, like, dude, you know how amazing it would be if they created a ride, like a dark ride for Toy Story, like they do in Monsters Inc., where you're a toy and there's like a giant bed and a giant, you know, like, I just, come on.
They have a ride like what you're mentioning right now at Disneyland Paris with Ratatouille. And
I've seen that.
Yeah, everything's big because you're pretty much like Ratatouille.
If you guys haven't seen it, dude, just look up the Ratatouille Paris like POV ride. Picture that, but for Toy Story. Imagine a scene where we're going through the streets and the cones and stuff like.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
But maybe someday. Right now, I guess they're listening to us, and Imagineer right now is watching this. Like, guys, do you want to try to do that? Because it's very hard. So, number 6, Toy Story Midway Mania.
Okay, I did not have that ride on my list, by the way. So, awesome.
Okay.
My number 6, again, another ride that should be top 5, but my top 5 are, in my opinion, better rides. My number 6 is the Incredicoaster. Now, the Incredicoaster is incredible, but you know, it is a lot of fun. I mean, who doesn't like roller coasters? All of the elements of the Incredibles that they added onto that roller coaster makes it just a lot of fun. Yeah. It's wild, it's crazy, and again, I mean, it's a roller coaster, so what can you not like about it? It's a lot of fun, and I again have a lot of fun memories being on that ride.
It is fun. I'm not going to mention anything yet. But number 5 for me is a previously mentioned ride by my brother, the Silly Symphony Swings. This ride, although it's very short, it feels like you're on the swings for like 20 seconds. I wouldn't be surprised if it's like 20 seconds. But it's amazing. It's cooling. It's fun. The music that they play, I love symphony music, so all that stuff makes me all hype. And like Chris said before, if you ride it like at night with all of the lights and everything going on, it's perfect. You know, it has that Disney feel to it where it's like, hey, we're flying, you're having fun, it's magical. So it's definitely a ride that I have a lot of fun memories with. I always take a little Instagram story when I'm flying in the middle of the air and post it. But soaring over California, and they changed it to soaring around the world. The reason why I didn't pick the original is because as much as it's nostalgic and amazing for me and my family, around the world to me just is so much more beautiful, and they revamped it with new footage and everything just looks amazing. It's absolutely amazing. So that ride is very interesting and fun in my eyes. So that, I mean, number 4, I thought it would be higher on my list, but no, definitely fun ride. Very good. A lot of fun memories on there too.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. You'll hear from me when it comes to that, because that ride is something special. But my number 4 is also a newish ride. It is the Radiator Springs Racers.
There you go.
Now, with it being number 4, like, I almost see no flaws with that ride. It's so much fun, but I just don't like the wait times. The wait times get insane on that ride. But other than that, I mean, it's just an awesome, beautiful ride. Starting off by the waterfall. I was thinking of water bottles. The waterfall. The waterfall is so beautiful. The music when you begin the ride. And then, again, early 2000 Disney movies are super nostalgic to me.
Pixar stuff.
Yeah. So, just that ride in general, you know, the Cars movie, like, it's just so much fun seeing all the characters. Mater's really funny in the ride. It's great. It's great. And obviously at the end of the ride when you're racing against the other cars, it's super exciting, you know. So that is my number 4, Radiator Spring Racers.
And the reason why I haven't interrupted Chris and talked about the ride yet, like I always do, is because my number 3, moving on down the list, is Radiator Springs Racers. And he said it, the scenery, the atmosphere, the music, everything, that's a ride where it's like, you know what, you just took me through the movie perfectly. It's fantastic. It's not like, okay, we have a Cars ride, why don't we just make you race and that's it. Like, that's what I mean by Toy Story. Like, instead of with Toy Story saying, hey, let's take you through the story and give you a nice fun plot and everything like that, it's like, now we'll just have them play mini games. It's like, well, come on, guys. So not only do you race in that ride, but you also get put through the story. They could have easily just made it a roller coaster that was like, you're racing with the other person, but they realized, most Disney fans, they like dark ride aspects with like the, oh look, we're in this part of the movie. So
I was just about to say that. You took the words right out of my mouth, in the fact that, like, it's the dark ride aspect that makes the rides. And again, my brother agrees with me. I love dark rides. Like,
that's Disney to us.
Yeah, I just love them so much. So whatever ride incorporates that.
If we wanted roller coasters and crazy stuff, we'd go to, like, you know, Knott's Berry Farm, Six Flags and stuff. To us, the reason why Disney is so different and so crazy is like, dude, how many dark rides are at Six Flags? Or not, like, almost none. That's a Disney staple, you know. So I'm gonna stop ranting, but yeah, Radiator Springs Racers is almost perfection in my eyes. The only thing is like, oh, the lines are too long, but you're at Disneyland, come on, or California Adventure. And the ending where you race the people next to you, I always, like, right when you pull up next to them, I'm always like, you're going down. And, you know, one time I said it to a kid and he was laughing so crazy throughout the entire ride. He was just like, because the whole time I was just looking at them and I was like, you're going down, like, as we're racing, and the kid was just having a great time. So that's what I mean by you create the fun on the rides. You know, you can easily be like, or you can be like, yeah, my God, it's so much fun. Like, so I think that's a lot of fun. But either way, the number 3 for me, Radiator Springs Racers.
Awesome. Well, my number 3 is a ride that we somewhat mentioned earlier. It's not a variation, but it's the original roller coaster. It is California's Screaming.
Bada bing.
Now, I understand that things need to be rebranded and changed. You know, change always needs to happen. But California Screamin', I miss it so much. I miss the music on that ride.
Yeah.
And again, I think it's just all nostalgia for me. Like, just a lot of memories, you know, when California first opened, they have the roller coaster.
because that's not on my list. But because I put in Credit Coaster for me, they're somewhat the same thing. It's the same track, but it's very different if you really ride both rides. The song, the music in that ride, we used to listen to it just in the car, so damn, you just brought back so many memories just by saying California Screaming.
Yeah, honestly, we're in the top two now, right?
Top two, guys.
So before we go to the top two, we're gonna go ahead and do an honorable mention before our top two.
So, as you guys know, an honorable mention is just a ride that you very much like or want on the list, but just couldn't really fit because it, wasn't as good as the top 10. My honorable mention is Grizzly River Run. It's a water ride. It's a lot of fun, but half the time it's closed, half the time it's too cold to go on there, and when it's too hot, the line is super long. I think they've actually been running maintenance on it recently, but it's a fun ride. Not much to say about it. We have a lot of funny stories and fun memories we have on it, but what's your honorable mention, Chris?
Yeah, I was gonna mention the exact same thing, Grizzly River one, and the only reasoning for that is because of the fact that it's always closed.
Yeah.
Every time I go, it's always closed. It's always under some type of maintenance, which is understandable, but yeah.
As a ride itself, I know we keep talking about long lines and maintenance and stuff like that, and we really should be judging these rides off of just the ride experience.
The ride is great.
It's a fun ride, it's just things like that always kind of associate that ride memory with, oh, guarantee you it's under maintenance, or oh, the line's probably too long, or oh, it's too cold for that. But as we're sharing memories and stuff, like I said, I'm pretty sure my brother was there for this story, but California Adventure was just about to close. I was close to 11 p.m. I think, and it was a freezing cold. I was in black skinny jeans, Converse, and a tight black shirt. And I decided with my friends and my brother, I'm pretty sure, like I said, he was there, let's all go on Grizzly River Run. Super late, no one was in line because the water was ice cold. I'm surprised that people were letting people go on the ride because it was hypothermia basically. And you could ride that ride and not get a drop. I mean, you could get a couple drops, you can get wet, but you either ride that ride and get okay wet, or you ride it and get soaked. So I'm in this 6-seated thing with my brother and 4 of our other friends, and who's the one person that gets completely drenched out of everyone? The one kid that was too dumb to bring a jacket, and that was just wearing these black denim skinny jeans. Everyone else was fine. I walked out of the ride limping because just my feet, my socks were filled with water. It was freezing cold, and they ended up getting me a jacket that night, because if not, I probably would have just passed out from hypothermia because it was freezing. But that's a fun memory.
Yeah, it's a good time. So with that honorable mention out of the way, go ahead with your number 2.
My number 2, the silver medal, goes to the Tower of Terror. I'm gonna save what I need to say for this one because the Twilight Zone, Tower of Terror, that whole Halloween feel, the walking down the 1920s Main Street of California Adventures area, and then just seeing this beautiful tower. I swear to you guys, when we get into it more, I got some stories, but that's my number 2. Tower of Terror. Perfect ride.
Well, my number 2 is a ride that Ryan mentioned earlier, and it holds so much freaking emotion to me and my family. It brings back a lot of good memories, and that ride is Soarin' Over California / the world. This ride brings tears to my eyes of how beautiful it is, the sights, the sounds, the smells of that ride. And again, it's just very nostalgic. I vividly remember riding that ride. I don't know if it was my first time or not, but riding it with my entire family. My mom was there, my aunt was there, my cousins, Ryan, when California Adventure just opened and that ride came out. So it holds a lot of special memories.
fantastic number 2. Yeah, it's like I said, I picked the world because, in my opinion, it's a better ride. But 100%, he's right when it's like that ride is just so beautiful and holds so many memories with our family. It's just amazing. But here we are, everyone. Number one. The gold medal. Bada bing, bada boom. Bada bing, bada boom. My number 1 is the Incredicoaster. I love the Incredicoaster, okay? And don't get me wrong, California Screamin', like I said before, is really fun, really amazing, really great, but the Incredicoaster in my eyes is like, dude, let's go again, let's do this. They combined the aspects of a dark ride with these mannequins and with lights and with music with a roller coaster, which I guess you can say Radiator Springs Racers is, hey, let's take them through a dark ride and then put them in a roller coaster. The Incredicoaster is, dude, we're gonna put both of them at the same exact time. You're going fast as hell on this roller coaster, going through loops and turns, while getting the aspects of a dark ride with mannequins, with sculptures, with lights, with music. It's, in my eyes, yeah, if I would have wanted to be nostalgic and keep California Screamin' and stuff like that, I would, but as my brother said before, we understand that things need to evolve, brands need to change, you know. Pretty soon there's going to be a generation where it's like, the Peter Pan ride, wait, what, why is it like this? I've never seen this Disney movie, that Peter, like, eventually we're going to have Snow White, we're going to have Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. Like, half of the kids now don't even know who Mr. Toad is, you know, so things need to change, you need to evolve, and me, The Incredibles is another one of my favorite movies of all time, so not all of them are my favorite, but it's the perfect family ride, the perfect thrill seeker ride, the perfect, like, everything in my eyes. So number 1, Incredicoaster.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think you guys might already know what my number 1 is for many different reasons, but my number 1 is the Twilight Zone's Tower of Terror. Now, guys, I cannot begin to explain to you how heartbroken and angry I was when they got rid of this ride, and to this day, I am making it a mission to visit Walt Disney World in Florida, so I can ride that ride. If they ever decide to change it there, I mean, I have to go. But again, I'm a huge fan of the Twilight Zone as a show. It's my number 1 favorite show of all time, and the fact that I was able to go on a ride, you know, at California Adventure of my favorite show, I mean, what more can I ask for? The whole aesthetic of that ride, being in the lobby of that hotel, you know, the what do you call it, like the prelude to the ride,
Yeah, like the story behind
the pre-show to the ride, you know, seeing Rod Serling, you know, like, that was just so awesome, the whole story behind the ride. I know Disney themselves made a Disney original movie, I think.
Twilight Zone, yeah.
Yeah, of the Twilight Zone Tower.
I'll try to find the poster and put it right here, but
Yeah.
that's the movie.
So, again, with all that being said, the ride itself was awesome. All the special effects that they had on the ride.
Oh my god.
I mean, like, just thinking about it right now, when you start the ride, seeing the Twilight Zone spiral, you know, like, oh my gosh, it was just incredible. And I know also, I have never watched a single video of the Walt Disney World version.
I saw like 2 seconds of it.
I want to, like, experience it on my own, but I know that it's different from the California one, so I can't wait. I can't wait to ride it one
first Marvel ride, Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout, and in my eyes, that moment was like, dude, I get it, but out of all the rides, man, out of every ride, every era you had in California Adventure, you had to choose the one ride that fit perfectly with where it was, the way they built it with, like you said, the lobby, the elevators, the pipes, the system that you go through after, like, going through the Guardians of the Galaxy for the first time, I was like, wow, the line looks nice, everything looks good, but like, in my eyes, it's like, wow, this is sad, because it's like, dude, this was all built to be an old school hotel, this was supposed to be like the steam room area, this was supposed to be the power area, and they just slapped a couple of futuristic stickers on those things. I was like, dude, these are still rusted pipes, this isn't the future, don't pretend like you can just put Guardian sticker on it and be like, this is now a futuristic area. No, dude, that's the storage steam area, it's the power area, the boiler room, the boiler room. And the fact that California Adventure, it's like the Main Street area is all 1920s. Like the whole thing is like the roaring 20s. It's like an oldies area, and you turn the corner and you see this beautiful old school haunted hotel, which during the day it looks so beautiful, and at night with the purple lights and the smoke, and not only it's because I love horror, but it was the only ride in both, I would say, Disneyland and California Adventure, where it's like a thrilling ride, you know, it's like a spooky ride in my eyes, you know. It fit perfectly, man.
Yeah, I'm telling you guys can give me all the hate that you want, and I will fight you. I will fight you till the very end of time when I say that the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror is 1,000,000 times better than Guardians.
That's what I'm saying.
1,000,000 times better. Like, it angers me. It saddens me. But I have not lost hope, because Walt Disney World in Florida is still there. The Tower of Terror is still there. And you guys, I swear, I will document this on my social media.
We're gonna go
when we go someday in the near future. But
donate $1,000 million, jillion bagillion dollars for we can go.
But I am going to go crazy in that gift shop, and I am going to purchase everything that they sell, dude, in that gift shop. So
if you haven't experienced the Disney Anaheim Twilight Zone Tower of Terror, you can't anymore, obviously, but I urge you, you're on YouTube right now, right after this video, look up the POV, look at try to find a really good video where you can see it, because it just had such a beautiful feel to it.
It was special. That's like the best word to use. It was such a special ride.
You go from a ride that has one of the most richest, most beautiful stories, and then right away go to, hey guys, let's play some music and go jumpy jump, you know, like it's like, and Twilight Zone, as he said, dude, my brother's gonna have like a Twilight Zone tattoo sleeve someday. So yeah, it's whatever, but man,
that was a good list. And talking about it, I mean, it just makes me miss Disney so much more. And my goodness, I cannot wait for things to get better, so we can all go back.
We're very, aware that us missing Disneyland isn't as important as most of the thing that's going on right now. But we're big Disney guys. We love stuff like that. The people that we're lining outside downtown Disney. It's like, guys, we're not ready yet, man. Like, we all know we miss it. We love it, but let's be safe. Let's love each other. Let's try and get through this together, so we can all go back to our normal lives. We can go to Disney. You can go back to school. People can go hiking, do whatever they want, because
life is crazy.
There's no place in this world where I feel closer to my brother than when we go to Disney together, when it's just me and him. So
it's a lot of fun.
I'll do my quick little outro before Chris does his, but thank you so much, Lazarus ASMR, my brother, for letting me come on the channel and talk about things that we're really passionate about. I know you all love the top 10 Disney rides video, so hopefully you guys will love this one too. I really appreciate it, and I'll hand it off to Lazarus to finish us off.
Yes,
I love you guys.
Thank you so much, Ryan, for coming on the channel. I know a lot of people love my brother. I love my brother, and I obviously want him to be on the channel, you know, a lot more. So thank you guys again for recommending this video. We're going to be doing a lot more Disney, you know, top 10s together soon.
Comment down below your top 10 California Adventure Eyes, and what other top 10s do you want us to go for? Disney movies, anything.
Disney foods, Disney shows. I mean, well, I want to bring you a lot of Disney content, guys. So again, thank you so much for all your support. Thank you guys so much for watching.
Thank you.
And I hope you guys enjoy this video, and take care and have a great rest of your day.